Yo, what the hell is going on, guys? Today, I've got y'all another motherfucking banger. So today, we're gonna be talking about Destiny and the whole situation with him and Melina, because it is just out of fucking hand. Like, I wasn't gonna say anything or do anything about it just because I like Destiny. I think he's a really well-rounded dude, even though he is very, very far left, which is like, you know, that's his political opinion, dude. You can say whatever the fuck you want. I'm just very independent when it comes to things. I don't really like to choose a side either or, but you know, I mean, everybody has their pick. But so Destiny has a wife, right? But they are in a polyamorous relationship, or for those you don't know, meaning multiple partners, i.e. open relationship type of thing. So they can have like, they can go out and screw whoever basically while still being together. You know what I mean? You get the fuck what I'm saying. But anyways, I don't personally have a problem with it. I just don't think the success rates of it are very high. Like, if I mean, you know what I mean? I would never personally do it myself, but you know what I mean? It's just one of those things, man. Like, if it's for you, it's for you. You know what I mean? I'm not gonna criticize you for that. That's just how you are, man. But he looks like a fucking clown. It looks like a clown in this one clip, but the rest of the points he actually has like really good debates and just like really good points and stuff on. He's just talking about the whole thing, and so that's kind of what we're just going to be going over today, and maybe a little bit of a longer video just because these clips are pretty long and I kind of want to give you the full context of what's happening because it's crazy. But just so you can guys get a full little bit clip of it, this is Melina with her random hose with Destiny. So roll this first piece.
How to do everything.
All right, let's find out.
No.
Find out.
Uh-oh.
No, okay.
Mel time.
Why would I say this?
Mel time.
Okay.
It's Mel
Oh, so
time.
you got the
Yeah.
form. Okay.
Alright.
So we're just doing salsa. We're just going.
Yep. Right. Yeah?
Yep.
Is that okay?
There you go. Hey.
Okay. It kind of works.
Oh my god, dude, you see his face, man? Look how pressed he looks. He looks so mad at that situation. Like, come on, man. At least he could laugh at that. He's at least laughed at that clip. I know he has, which is pretty funny. But so I think he's a really level-headed guy, and I think he knows what he's doing. You know what I mean? I just think he's in a really terrible situation, but it's just a whole bad situation and a whole debacle that he's gotten himself into. And I kind of feel really bad for the guy. Nobody deserves this shit. You know what I mean? Regardless of what's going on, but it's just a whole thing, dude. But I'm gonna roll this next, please. It's just him kind of explaining the whole beginning of the drama, so I'm just gonna let him talk about it and then I'll get my piece on it.
There's no reason for me to do like a public accounting of like a private relationship between me and Mel. As much as I think she's made some deplorable decisions over the past few months, I just don't think it's very fair for me to like, I'm gonna do the Mel Manifesto and just completely on her and dump everything on blah blah blah, which is absolutely cucked, and I understand that. And I understand that I'll tell you, and listen, if you want to blame anybody, blame my therapist, because yesterday I was very close to doing a huge, like, we're going to talk about a lot of shit. Then I had like I had a really long chat with my therapist, or our therapist, I guess, to try to like sort out my feelings, what I want in the future going forward, like what I think is like the best thing to do.
So not all of these are completely recent. I'm just kind of leading you up to the context of what is actually just now happening, but this is just kind of like a total story. But so basically what happened here is, you heard it right from there. Like he's explaining, or he's not gonna explain the whole situation. So he ends up going on a couple days later to explain a little bit more of what he means, but not too much more. You know what I mean? That's literally about all we got from him. And all he's pretty much saying here is that they got into it, some shit happened, there's no need for him to be like, yo, ba-da-da-da-da-da. But this one dude, I could say something, but my therapist told me not to. Blame my fucking therapist type shit, which I mean, which is just it's a little bit crazy, dude. I mean, we want the tea, Destiny. Spill that shit. But roll the next piece on him.
That I owe her for money for her apartment, and that if I want to do what's moral, because I made her leave the United States and pay to fly all of her shit back, that I should pay her like $100,000. And I'm like, you're out of your mind. And the way that this conversation starts is, this is the funniest thing. Initially, she'd like sent this message through a mutual, and then I responded back, and I was like, oh no, like maybe Tim can get a job, and you guys can, work for this money, good luck. I was very passive aggressive. I admit that. I sent a really nasty message when she asked me for that. Just to be clear, it was like, hey, remember you told me you don't care about the money, you don't care about my help, you don't care about me doing taxes, you don't care about any of that shit. All you want is somebody to cuddle with you for 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Well, there you go. I got it. Good luck. Figure it out. I'm sure you guys will. Power of love will, help you with your paperwork 100%. Okay. Because that's the only thing that matters. Remember, it's the only thing that matters in life. I was super passive aggressive in that mess. Emotionally rewrites everything. So for instance, so now when she talks to people about me, I've always been an abuser. I've always been a horrible person, blah, 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 blah. She emotionally rewrites the history with everybody based on her current state, or she'll rewrite the facts based on her current emotional state. So one of the things Melina starts telling me is like, you owe me this because I abandoned all of my stuff in Sweden for you. And it's not fair that like I moved to the US and gave up so much and I abandoned so much in Sweden for you. And I'm like, no, you didn't. You abandoned New Zealand for me. And she's like, no, I abandoned Sweden. I couldn't go back after I blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, you hated Sweden and you abandoned New Zealand. And I know this. And then I start pulling logs from the first year of our relationship, because the first year or two of our relationship, all of the fighting was over her not wanting to leave New Zealand and hating Sweden and then having to come to the United States. And there are so many logs of that. There were even logs when she went back to Sweden. She's like, I hate it here. I hate Sweden. It's such a horrible place. And then when we would fight, she'd be like, I can't believe you pulled me away from my dream place of New Zealand. And she's like, well, that's not true. I married you so that we could be together in the United States. And I was like, Melina, you were engaged to a guy in New Zealand 2 weeks after you went down there, okay? Everybody thinks that like I cucked her out of Max or whatever. Melina was engaged to another guy. And then she also was dating Max. There's a whole other guy that was involved there. I don't know if he ever gets brought up, by the way, but whatever, run with your assumptions. But yeah, I was like, Melina, you got engaged with this guy immediately so that you could live in New Zealand forever. And that's what we always thought about. And she was trying to say that you pulled me away. So I was like, bro, you never liked Sweden. You're like, this is a new thing that you've decided because now you've got like a new group of friends in Sweden. And now you're going to say that like you've loved Sweden the whole time. And I like, blah, 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 blah. But that's like, that was just like one example. It was like 45 minutes of her trying to lie. I would say probably gaslight. I think it's accurate here. She's trying to make me misremember events so that she can manipulate it for her purpose, so that she can like win an argument. But I'm just like, at every point, I'm like, well, do you have a log for this? Well, can you show me this? Do you have any proof for this? Because I've got a bunch of stuff that says the opposite. And then we've got a third party in the call and she's like, well, what do you think about this? Like, shut up, Steven. Don't shut the fuck up. And obviously the other third party is like, well, I don't know. Like, Melina, do you have like a log or anything else or whatever? And then Melina's like, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Clearly he's made up his mind. And I'm like, okay. She says that like 50 times. I go, I don't want to talk about this anymore. This is clearly over. And I'm like, okay. Jesus Christ. Yeah.
Ooh, so he's firing the fucking shots out. So he's leaking a little bit of a DM here, leaking a little bit of a DM between the two. So, granted so, he should have been fucking peeved off, man. That shit's stupid. Like, he's a geeker, man. Like, Tim, bro, Tim. Or Memetics, or Memix, or however the fuck you say his name. He's just a corny little dude. He's just straight up corny, guys. Like, he looks like a straight up cornball. I'm not even gonna give this guy any attention. Even, I have no attention, but I'm not gonna give this guy any more attention than he needs, because, fuck this guy. And, I'm on my boy Destiny's side over here about this shit, because dude, fuck him and fuck Mel and fuck Memetics. They're both geekers, bro. They're hoeing my boy Destiny, bro. And she tried to ask him for $100,000. What the fuck? Like, what? Where did that even come from? Like, bitch, no. Go get your own damn money. Like he said, go. You and Tim go figure that shit out. Go work for it, bro. Fucking nasty. Ugh. Big ups Destiny for sticking to your fucking guns, though, man. For real. But to go more into it, so this next little piece here is him talking about a little bit of how it started getting a little bit worse and worse.
Fighting over like dumb shit. There were another group of, I thought it was only 2, but even as of today, I'm getting more DMs from friends. I just had to burn basically 2 more friendships at the time because Mel had engaged in what I would consider to be incredibly inappropriate talk, where she decided to dump 5 years worth of problems onto mutual friends that we had, that I had like explicitly gone out of my way to share with Mel so that she wouldn't think anything weird was going on. And she decided to, vent to completely to all these people. Yeah, so she goes back to Sweden. I'm coming off all that. I'm a little bit irritated, whatever. As she's in Sweden, I think I'm streaming. She's doing her thing over there. Everything moves sideways for a couple months. As I'm here in the United States, Melina ends up meeting a new group of friends in Sweden that seem like pretty cool. She hangs out with them. Everything is cool. Sometimes Melina does this annoying thing where she's like, oh, I met this group of people. They're so cool. Like, it's cool because, they're all gay and platonic and they're dating other people. So there's no like relationship drama or blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, cool. That never lasts, but whatever, if you enjoy it. I think this was about 4 months ago. I think it was in early August. one of the friends.
So yeah, as you heard him just talking about it, he's basically just explaining like, oh yeah, she met this whole group of friends and they were gay and that's just a whole lot of drama and whatnot. You know what I mean? Understandable. Very understandable. But yeah, he's just yapping about it. So it's just a whole fucking crazy thing, dude. Like, to be in this situation to begin with, man, like, I really do feel bad for him, like I said already, but he's getting screwed over so bad legally and in this, man. Good thing he didn't have to sign a fucking prenup, so he didn't have to actually fork over 100 grand in that situation. Which, thank God, dude. If he would have had to do that, bro, I probably would have personally went and found my medics and slapped his dumb ass. Ooh, I'm out here for you, Destiny, bro. I got you, man. I got you, dog. I got you for real, dog. But just to wrap this whole little thing up, roll this last little bit, just wrapping it up on the whole drama and him basically calling out Tim, essentially.
Tim ends up cheating on the girl that he's with. Smell, and then a couple days later they're like officially dating, and she's like, oh my god, you'll never believe this, blah 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 blah. And I'm like, wow, I can't believe it. Who would have saw that coming? Also, as a quick heads up, because Tim might be getting super mindful right now, because I can tell by the way that he types in chat, Melina is, I don't know what changed, but in the past 6 months, at least, Melina starts to lie a lot. So I think one of the reasons why Tim has been so confident in attacking me is because he has no idea how much I know about him, because Melina probably tells him, oh no, I don't talk to Steven about you really at all. That's my guess. I could be wrong, but I can't see how he could have so much confidence coming at me with so many things, considering how many stupid things I know about this guy, which is funny and tragic at the same time, I guess. But whatever. Initially, like, I'm kind of like, well, okay, it seems kind of weird that when we've talked, you talk about how like cheating is like the most like horrible thing and blah blah blah, but like this guy did this to his girlfriend and now you guys hang out, whatever, you know, hey, knock us about, have fun. I'd say like in the first month of their kind of like hanging out, she tells me like a couple weird things and we kind of like joke because Melina and Tim are kind of like me and Melina, and that the Tim guy is like ultra clingy and Melina is more kind of the one who like wants a little bit more space. And I even joke about this with her in DMs. It's like, oh, look, you found your Melina, basically. So like, for example, Melina might be out at a party or she might be hanging out with friends and they're all kind of like drinking and having fun. And at one point, Tim wants to go home and Melina's like, well, I think I'd rather stay and like hang out with people. And then Tim starts like spamming her DMs like, no, you need to come home. This isn't fair. You're making me feel horrible. I need you to come home, blah, 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 right? He's like, that can't happen. She gets it, okay. Which I think is like funny, like reading it from her and I'm like, oh, Jesus, yeah. So that pushes sideways for about a month, just like that kind of shit, which I thought was funny. I'm skipping a lot of different things that I know, okay? Oh wait, Melina was streaming it all and Tim was crying to go home. Oh, I didn't even know that was on stream. It might have been. I don't watch her stream as much, so or at all actually, because I'm streaming and she streams out of my time zone.
But yeah, boys, so y'all heard that. He's talking about how basically Tim was just saying a bunch of shit that he doesn't even know, man. Like, he called him out, bro. He knows more about you than you think you do, little bro. And with Destiny, man, I wouldn't be playing with fire, dude. That guy is a fucking menace, bro. He could one-hit KO your whole career in like 2 slaps, man. Like, you're a fucking TikToker, dude. What do you have on, bro? Nothing. Not shit. Not shit. Literally not shit whatsoever, dude. I just find this whole situation really interesting, guys. I feel bad for Destiny. Fuck Tim. Fuck Melina. That's how I feel about it. Destiny ain't no cuck, bro. Fucking go, bro. So, if you hate me, I really do not care. Fuck off. Other than that, I will see you guys later. See you, boys. Peace.